Recently, someone asked me why I hadn't put any more videos on this series because they said they were really enjoying it. And I was glad to know that somebody was getting some benefit from it. So I decided I better get back to this and continue to develop this series on expanding your mind. We have been discussing the Walter Gong model of learning. And as I kind of hinted at in a previous video, the Gong model says that learning is not a function of a teacher transmitting information to a student and the student memorizing it and regurgitating it. It is a process whereby one learner teacher, because that's part of the model, is everybody is a learner and teacher. One learner and teacher transmits information to another learner and teacher. And the second learner and teacher has to capture the idea. That's step one. They have to expand on it. That's step two. And then they have to teach it or share it with someone else. That's step three. Undergirding that process is the process of self-evaluation. Not having someone else grade you, but having you, analyze how well did I capture the idea? How well did I expand on the idea? How well did I share the idea? So then I can do better on the next round of capturing, expanding, and sharing ideas. One of the things that we discussed was the relationship of this to the parable of the sower in the New Testament, when Jesus compares the word to a seed. A seed is like an idea. It is the potential for something. It is not that something. It is the potential for it. The potential for an oak tree is in the acorn. The potential for a wheat sheath is in the kernel of wheat. But it has to be nurtured. The student is like the soil. You have to have a mind that allows ideas to come into you. A lot of people are very skeptical. They have this, they're like the barren soil in that parable. They can't receive the ideas. They can't let them into their being to allow them to grow. And so they never get a chance to grow. But if you get good seeds, you get good ideas, and you plant them inside and nurture them through the process of expansion, that is, trying it out, doing a little more research, maybe seeing if it's a skill, if you can start practicing that skill. Then in that process of expansion, you're nurturing the idea within yourself, and it starts to grow and become part of you, part of your being. That is the second stage of learning. And that is something that's practically totally missing from public education, is allowing students to expand on the ideas. Because part of expanding on the idea may be that you don't believe it, and so you set about to try to refute it. Can I produce the evidence that proves that this idea is incorrect? Rather than just outright rejecting the idea, I take the idea and I say, okay, I don't really believe this. Let me see if I can prove or disprove it. That's part of the expansion process. And maybe in the process of trying to disprove it, you'll find out it's correct. Maybe you'll actually decide that the teacher was wrong. But whatever, you nurture the idea within yourself. And that's like the seed growing. And once the seed grows, and it grows up to maturity, it produces other seeds, which means that you now have ideas that have grown out of this that you share with other people. I guarantee that if you start applying this process to everything that you learn, you capture ideas, you let them expand or grow inside of you, and then you share them with other people, you will exponentially increase your ability to remember things, to learn and apply things. I know this because in this class we did this process with everything we learned. And that's why I, some 38 years later, can actually talk about the things I learned in this class, because everything we did, we went through this process. And those ideas have then since grown more in me and now produced ideas that I can share with you. So look forward to talking with you on the next video about another aspect of the Gong model called the fourfold framework of knowledge. So catch me on the next video, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the model that you use to capture information, expand on it, and share it with other people. We welcome your feedback. Please feel free to comment on the video below. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to click on the like button. That helps us get more viewers. For more information on holistic healing on many different levels, visit my website, stephenhorne.com. You can subscribe to my free newsletter, check out my courses, or join my member program to receive premium content.